Good morning, folks. I'm meteorologist Jim Howard, and this is your latest WITN First Alert forecast on this Wednesday, June 25th. One more First Alert weather day as we again roast out there and bring a chance for a storm or two in here this afternoon. Not a slam dunk on the storms, but I think we'll get a few popping up later today, and those that do crank up will have a little kick to them with all that heat building. 97 on the thermometer. Yesterday we hit about 97, similar numbers today. No 100s, no records yesterday, just shy. Wind stay under 10 again, generally southeast to south. All right, First Alert weather day for the heat and that storm risk later this afternoon. Let's talk heat first. The air temp mid to upper 90s this afternoon, not far from records, but it looks like they'll stay safe. Heat index again. Lifting towards 110, 111 as we get into the afternoon. And again, stays hot through the end of the week into the weekend, just not quite as hot, but still over 90. Heat index 100 to 105 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Avoiding maybe heat advisories, but not far under that criteria. Strong storms this afternoon, scattered in nature, producing some wind gusts to 60, some small hailstones as well. There's the heat warning again, all counties in the heat warning until 8 p.m. today, and we'll come out of it. That heat index value up around 112 this afternoon, and then 100 to 105 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Numbers coming down a little bit, not a lot, but not quite as stifling out there. Watch the temp, feels like graphic. Here's Wednesday early. We'll get you to lunchtime today. Mid-90s, heat index near 110 at lunchtime. You get to 2, 3 o'clock. Peak heat, 110, 111, 112. And then storms start to perk. See that break in the heat there? Mid-late afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. If you catch a storm, temps will come down nicely. If you miss them, yeah, you're going to stay in those baking mid-90s. More relief, obviously, as we get into the evening hours. All right, watch the model data. Watching for storms later today. 7 a.m., straight raindrop in the morning, not a lot. You get to lunchtime into the afternoon, I think there'll be a little more storm coverage than you're seeing on the graphic here. Scattered storms this afternoon in that high heat, producing potentially a few strong rumblers out there. You can see 5, 6, 7 p.m. A few wind gusts, maybe to 60, a few hailstones later this afternoon. Not everybody gets it. You may miss it. If you do get it again, you'll know it. Heavy downpours, frequent lightning, maybe some small hailstones as well. Later tonight, map goes quiet into tomorrow. Looks good. Tomorrow morning near 70. It's a little better. Sunshine, high temps, low 90s, but the heat index stays under 105 on Thursday. We'll get you into Friday. Looks good as well. A few clouds here and there. No big deal. Mostly sunny skies. And again, high temps generally low to a few mid-90s. Getting a little bit hotter there, but should avoid heat advisories the way it looks right now. There's that severe weather threat. Level 2 risk back to the west, further inland. Level 1 for most of us as we go into the afternoon. Again, initially forming 2, 3 o'clock back towards Highway 17. 5, 6, 7 o'clock headed further inland with a little more kick later today. Tornado risk is low, unlikely, but some hailstones and wind gusts 60 plus. Half an inch to an inch of rain if you catch a storm. Radar is good right now, nothing out there. Air temps at sunrise around 80, heat index mid-80s. That's what it feels like walking out of your home. Feels like 90 on the coast. And again, the high this afternoon, 97, 98 degrees with that isolated storm later today. There's the beach forecast, right around 90 on the sand, low 80s in the surf. Low rip risk continues. Good beach day. Lather on the sunblock, winds under 10. High tide 8 a.m., low tide comes 2 o'clock this afternoon. All righty, 8-day forecast. Hottest day of the next 8 today. Still 90 or better Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but a little less humidity brings the heat index down to maybe a 102-ish. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Rain chance maybe 10%. Dry, let's call it for the most part. Monday, a little rain chance 20%. And then better rain chances come back Tuesday, Wednesday. But more importantly, below 90, finally, potentially by the middle of next week.